osteopath and is a founder of the Atman Clinic in Tunbridge Wells in Kent. He also sees patients from his London's practice in the city. He practices integrated osteopathic medicine, combining many different complementary medical methods and naturopathic principles. He teaches internationally and is often invited to speak at international conferences. So we're super, super lucky to have Geoff working with us and speaking for us today. He has a special interest in bioenergetic medicine and the body, mind and spirit connection. Geoffrey recommends Geeft Plus to all of his patients and as one of the foundational pillars of health. So I'm super excited to welcome Geoff onto the call. So are you there, Geoff?
Yeah, I'm here, Millie. I was a little bit freaked out as well, actually, because I thought, oh my God, do I go at the end or what's going on? So anyway, glad we're on schedule. Look, I'm conscious of the fact we've run a little bit late, so I will be as quick as I can sharing the information that I have with you all. Hopefully you can see my screen. Is that working, Millie? Can you see that?
We can see, yes, we can. Perfect.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, thanks. My name's Geoff. I'm an international marketing director with the Geeft Plus company, and I'm very, very passionate about what the products and what the company offer us as we inspire healthy living around the world. We've built a remarkable team in 18 countries, and all on a part-time basis, because I run this business very much alongside my practice and my other business commitments. So it's our fourth business still, but we have a lot of fun doing it. So I just wanted to talk to you guys today about, how you might go about looking for business partners that would aspire to reach the top position in the business. And my journey might illustrate a little bit about some of the qualities that you might be looking for a top leader if you're going to be spending time teaching people how the business works. I started out like any young guy with dreams and a vision. We were having fun as young kids. You then grow a bit, you go to uni, and I chose osteopathic medicine as my profession. I graduated and I started my practice right from the gate, literally getting out of the blocks, getting my qualification. I set up in private practice by myself and for myself, and then started to grow the business. On the left there was my first practice in a little room up at the top there, and then I bought this apartment, and as a young man in my mid-20s, I was seeing my patients from here, living from here, and then one day a herbalist called Malcolm Simmons came to see me and said, would I consider looking at a business concept? And he was a practitioner, and I said, yeah, no problem. And he showed me how a scalable business model with a company that had lifestyle products. He showed me a 1-5-25. If you don't know what that is, ask the person that's invited you to the call to show you how this works. He showed me how with environmental products, which were the water filtration units and the air filtration units, he showed me how I could change my future as a young man, and I decided to get involved. And we were doing really great on a part-time basis. I was running the business alongside my practice. And then Geeft Plus launched. So excited to get fruit and vegetables in a capsule. We went to Dallas. We were at the launch of the product, came back, and then I had a choice to make. Because things were really taking off with my business, with the Geeft Plus company. But I also had a commitment to be a professional in the medical practice that I had. And I knew I wouldn't be able to do both properly, and I'm very much about doing things properly. And back then we didn't have mobile telephones, we didn't have the internet. It was all in, very, very manual if you were running the business with the Geeft Plus company, and I had to make a choice. And I actually chose to continue in private practice, and I started to grow my business, and I had all the hallmarks of success. These were the different properties that we acquired, and ultimately, I ended up with my dream. When I sat with Malcolm Simmons originally, part of my dream was to have a big Victorian house with the premises, a gravel drive, and you can see it right there. That the universe provided for that dream to come true. And this is, the other speakers have been talking about mindset. It's so important to create your goals. But you know what? We had 26 practitioners in there, 10 treatment rooms, and it was a nightmare. My dream had turned into a nightmare. I was also practicing in Harley Street at that time, but I was chained up and trapped. And I was mission driven, and I still am. But at that point, the success had trapped me. So I felt like I had the handcuffs on and I wasn't free. And this is when, fortuitously, we had a change in the European regulations around herbal medicines. We lost some of the products we were using in our clinic, and I took another look at Juice Plus. And at that point, I realised the game had changed. So on Friday, the 23rd of September, 2011, nearly 10 years ago, I took another look at the Juice Plus offering. I understood that they had clinical research now that wasn't present in the very early days. We had an online business model, and I knew I had to get involved, and I did. And then I saw what we had coming. We launched new products, this excellent Omega product. We are bringing the Tower Gardens. So I've got this huge vision for the possibilities of what can happen as we inspire healthy living around the world with these remarkable products that the company give to us. And the business model that they provide us with is second to none. So when you decide that you're going to start a franchise with the company, duplication is absolutely key. And really, you need to make a decision about, are you going to be all in on this, or will it be a very part-time, lightweight process? You know, and the thing is, if you're looking for people, if you want to reach the very top levels of this business, you're going to need to find people with a certain type of character and a certain type of vision. Now, your investment into the business is fiscally, it's £50 to get started, but the time that you're going to invest will pay you dividends if you take this seriously and if you become a good student of the business. So your working capital is the time that you're going to invest and the people that you know. And we talked about this at another time when I spoke on one of these calls before. But it's really important to look at your network of contacts and plan who you're going to speak to. Don't miss this important step with the memory jogger. And the qualities you're going to look for in the people that will really reach the top levels in this business with you, if that's your goal, are people that have had previous signs of being determined and wanting to be successful. People who are likable and people who are funny, people who gather people around them. And if they're not hardworking and true to their word, then it's going to be very difficult to work with them because, you know, there is a certain amount of effort required here, and you do have to be trustworthy, and you do have to live by your commitment to do things. And if you put other people first, so your success is secondary and other people's success that you're working with is primary, you'll have success in this business. And it's really, really essential that people will decide to not give up at the first hurdle. That's absolutely crucial. So we get signed up into the business and we go through this very duplicatable process where we look at the contact list, we have a strategic meeting with the person, we find out what do they want from the business, what do they want from a fiscal perspective, and what would they like from the standpoint of freedom, the lifestyle, and it's going to be different for everybody, and not everybody will want to reach the top positions. And once we get set up with the virtual office and a bit of basic training, we get their story established, and then we invite others to take a look at what we're doing. And then the cycle of success is this process repeated many, many times. We get involved, we learn the skills with one-to-one mentorship, we start to attend events. Right now they're online, but in the past we've had them in regional events and then national conferences, and we just repeat this process with everybody we work with. So we marry the process and we divorce the results. Sharing the story, sharing the opportunity, sharing the products. And one thing you'll learn is that NMDs never miss an event. When you look around the events, when we get going with those again, the people who are at the top of this business are at every single event, and that's why they're getting the success they do. So, very quickly, how do we pitch the business idea? You've got to keep it simple, find a duplicatable exposure tool, open the conversation, invite people to take a look. And then we have a sort of a funnel really, where if we invite enough people to take a look, they're going to start to come into the business. And at the early levels of the business, we're going to teach them how to be a good community member. And the positions of partner and partner plus at this point are going to be the entry levels in, and they're going to be enjoying the products and learning how to share the products with others. And then they're going to start to become team builders. They're going to move to the level of senior partner and sales coordinator. And now you've got a small number of people with you. Now, all the while, we've got people deciding and determining at what level they're going to continue to build and grow, or they might stay at this point and be very, very happy in that position. So as we get to the organisation builders, qualifying senior sales coordinator and senior sales coordinator, and then eventually the team builds, so we've got fewer and fewer people getting to these top levels, because you know what, in life, not everybody wants to achieve the top position, or everybody wants to take a look at the view from the top of the mountain, and that's fine, we have to accept that. But if you're looking for NMDs, you need to understand how we're going to find them, identify them, and teach them. And at the very end of the process, we have the elite leadership. I'm very, very honoured to be an international marketing director with this company, and that's only been possible because we've built a phenomenal team across the world. But you need to understand that the freedom that comes with that comes with a degree of determination and very clearly defined goals. So statistically, we have about 80% of our business are, community members, people loving the product. We then start to see the middle-ranking team builders. As we start to look at the percentage of people that get enrolled in our business and the people that make it to the very top levels, if you've arrived here, you're in the top 1% of the people that get started with the Juice Plus company. So it's a very real honour to get to that point, but it will have come with some work. And that's true for any endeavour. I would say to you, if you look around and you look at the people that are having success in life, it's at the very, very top levels in terms of earnings and success, it's the 1% that are making it. So you need to decide at this point where you want to be in that funnel, and what outcomes you want, and what kind of lifestyle you want, because it's very much worth the work. So when we start to build, we're going to look for people that are teachable. We're going to invite them to talk to the people that they know, so the potential business partners are going to be invited onto a call. We're going to help that new partner to explain the business to the potential partner. So as an experienced leader, you are going to be teaching skills to your new partner. The new partner is learning those skills while we're doing the exposure process to the potential partner. And all we're asking the partner to evaluate is whether it resonates or not. Does inspiring healthy living around the world resonate with you? Because if it does, we can help you find more information. So it's a teaching process. We've got a new partner hungry for the skills, prepared to devote the time to learn the skills. We are getting paid to mentor and coach these new partners as experienced leaders, and we're just inviting people to learn the whole story about the Juice Plus company and the products, and to see if it resonates. So the goal for a lot of people is to arrive as a partner and then start to progress in terms of the promotions. So Partner Plus is really the first goal in the business. A national marketing director for many, and there are obviously higher levels than that, but this is the ultimate goal for most people with a vision and a degree of drive. So to start, we just want to say, right, okay, we're going to build a house, we're going to do it brick by brick. Partner Plus is the goal. You get signed up, you order some product for yourself, you're going to find a few customers, and your first promotion, as was mentioned earlier, should be fairly easy to achieve. And that's how we build our business. We're not looking for salespeople. If you want to get to senior partner, you can do it by yourself, but a very small proportion of people like being directly sold to, and a very small proportion of people like to be salespeople. So why not be a business person? Why not be more entrepreneurial? Why not look to build a team, and then we can start to grow with our own volume and the volume of other people that we teach and coach and help, and that way we can go way beyond the volume and the pressure of doing it by yourself. You'll have more than enough volume here to get to that senior partner level, and you can do it as a team and as a group. So that's how we teach our team. Do it with others. People are looking to build a future. People like to be entrepreneurs. They don't necessarily feel like they want to be a salesperson. So if you're going to get to the very, very top levels, we always teach, go for 500 no's. If you do 500 presentations, for yourself and for your team as you grow in the business, you're probably going to get to the point where you've had enough yeses as a result of that because you've been sieving through the no's. So be prepared for some rejection. You're actually going to ask people if they're interested to take a look, and if they say no, it's fine, because that's really part of the process of finding the very few people that you need who will say yes to this opportunity. Now, we've spoken about goals. If you have a certain goal, let's say it's a target like this, and you put a blindfold on, how can you see your goals? If you don't know what your goal is, if you haven't written it down and clearly laid it out for yourself, you are shooting blind. So by taking the blindfold off, we can at least see the target and get a little bit more focused on what we're shooting at. But if you shoot at the target and you're distracted, and this is why we put blinkers on some horses, because we don't want them distracted what's going on either side of them. So if you're actually focused and tunnel visioned about your goal, you'll get there much, much sooner. So don't get distracted with the peripheral stuff and everything that's going on. If you've got your goal, you will be focused on it, and it will really start to show up for you. And how many of you have noticed that if you want a new car or a new pram or a new thing, this is the car that I like, we've got one of these, you put your focus on it, you decide that's the car you're going to have, and then you're driving around and all you can see is Audi SQ5s everywhere. Who's noticed that? Or if you want a new pram, you're a mum and you want the Bugaboo pram, as soon as you've decided that's what you want, that's all you see around you, because your consciousness is bringing it into focus. And this is really where the mindset is so important. So we have to have these goals, we have to write them down, we have to be very, very specific with the goals from a fiscal perspective or whatever it is that you want to achieve, if it's positional or if it's body goals or fitness, be specific and make sure you are focused on what's going on, because the commitment to achieve that goal is what will make it happen. And commitment, the definition of this word, is doing the thing you said you would do long after the mood you said it in has left you. This is getting on and doing it when you don't feel like doing it. And this is the key. I was saying, in this business, it's doing it when you don't want to. It's maintaining that commitment to your goal and having the vision for what the future will bring. So, what attributes define someone that makes it to NMD? We've talked about goals. They have to be clearly defined and they have to have an unstoppable, burning desire to succeed. The person that you're going to work with that will reach the top levels will be absolutely in love with these products, very happy to recommend them, and they will be a role model to others. They'll have a catch me if you can attitude, which is like, lead dog gets the best view. If you're a husky and you're in the front, you're leading the team and you get the best view. They always lead from the front and they're the best distributor in their organisation, and they're positive. Even when the going gets tough, even when things are difficult, we're going to get to the point where we're going to keep going. So there's an unshakable belief, even in the difficult moments. The company will be there for us, the product will work, the systems are working. So important that we have our mindset correct. And the top leader will keep things simple and duplicatable. We've spoken about that earlier today. If you've got a simple system, simple tools, you'll succeed. An 8-year-old has to be able to do this business, and they have an impeccable work ethic and they manage their time effectively. This was a skill I have, thankfully. I can do lots of things within a short space of time. That's why we can run 4 businesses. Juice Plus is one of those. If you want a busy, find a busy person and show them this business. This business is perfect for busy people. The person that reaches the top in this business will never, ever quit. Even in times of adversity, they will understand how they're going to keep going, and they're not quitters. Winners never quit. And they understand the importance of regular events. And again, that's the commitment to be at those events, which is important. They're great fun. Why wouldn't you go? Why wouldn't you be connected to like-minded people? But it's really important that if the events are happening, you're attending. And then finally, we've got the position of being a servant leader. Always put your team members before yourself. If you do that and you demonstrate that, you will be a good leader. People will follow you because they'll know that you're not interested in what's in it for you, you're interested in what's in it for them. And there is one more thing, fearlessness. Look for fearlessness in your top leaders. They will not worry about the obstacles. They will be fearless, and they'll demonstrate that in many areas of their lives, I promise you.
Wow,
So,
that's amazing, Geoff. Thank you. Sorry, I thought you'd finished.
two more slides. I just want to say, keep it simple. We love the product. We want to teach because you're going to build a business that goes way beyond you. Okay? And if you're in this for the right reasons, you're going to have fun. You're going to meet amazing people. You're going to develop friendships that are long-lasting, like family. We're going to build professional relationships, and it will feel like we all work together. Look at the fun we've had over the years. 9 years now, coming up 10 years. I love this business. I absolutely am so thrilled with so many of these people are still in our team. They're growing, they're building. We've got clear goals. I will be a PMD one day. And, you know, you can see that the conferences and the connection is there. And it changes things for you. This was me getting my NMD. I was so proud. This was March 2014. Proud moment, a recognition of what we'd achieved as a team. And then if you contribute well and you can be on that stage and you're enjoying the process of the parties and the fun, we've just changed lives. And the view from the top, guys, is absolutely awesome. You can make your dreams come true. You can do whatever you want. For me, it's skiing and cars. And the legacy for the family is the thing that we do this for. For the children that will follow us, we can give them a business that will literally provide for them. And that's why I love Juice Plus. That's why you want to find NMDs. Thank you. I think Helen's on the call, Millie. She just wants to